What's going on, BigTruckerB family? How y'all doing today? So, if you're watching this video, you're probably curious, well, what's better, local, regional, or over the road? Well, I'm going to give you some tips and the pros and cons of each thing, and hopefully help you make your choice of going local, regional, over the road. So sit back and relax. Let's just jump right into it.
If you want the news, he's got it. If you want breaking out trucking crazy stuff, he's got it. It's your boy BigTruckerB.
So what are the pros of driving over the road? The pros would be seeing different sights, exploring different places, new adventures every day, and sometimes, if you have the right company, the pay can be pretty damn good. You see, there's a certain nostalgia about waking up in the morning, grabbing a coffee, filling up your tanks, turning on some tunes, and just rolling. And you're just having the time of your life. And if you smoke, you know what it's like, having that coffee, smoking that cigarette, just listening to music, thinking, being on the phone, talking to friends. And I don't mean holding your phone. We have headsets. You talk on the phone like that, whether they call you, you call them, whatever it may be. And just kind of enjoying life. But what about the cons? Well, the cons, after so long, the life starts to kind of wear you out. You've been so stressed out. You've missed events with family. You've been stressing with parking, shippers, receivers, the wait time, and then, not to mention, you miss so many things out here, and then you start to get isolated. You kind of turn into this this character where people, you just don't want to be around people because of the isolation of the truck. So you really got to watch out, with mental health and personal health as well, because personal health can really get to you depending on what type of job you're doing. If you want to go over the road, I suggest doing it with flatbed, because you still get that work out, I guess you could say. You still get out of the truck, get to be active, because once you get in the van, there's really not much work to do. Also, to add on, that I forgot to mention with the pros is pay. You get, with certain companies, you get percentage pay, and then you get mileage pay. And the more miles you run in the day, the more you get paid. Because if you ain't turning, you ain't earning. So what about regional? Regional is kind of the in-between factor of local and over the road. Regional is one of those things where you get like a higher mileage pay because you don't get as many miles. Although I have learned that's not always true. For somebody who runs in the Midwest, mainly, I have found myself getting a ton of miles and still being able to get home within the same week. So I drove from Missouri up to Pennsylvania, down to Georgia, back to Oklahoma, and home. I think I had a total of 3,200 miles one week, and it was nice. I mean, normally my average is about 2,500 to 2,800 miles a week, so that week was awesome. Now, I get paid for all my miles like you should. You should be getting paid for all your time, all your miles, whether you're regional or over the road. And also the fact that you still get to be home when you need to be home. With regional, you're not out for a total of so many weeks. You'll be out for a couple of days, or even you'll either be out for a couple of days or a week at a time. And then you get home, whether it be for a 34-hour or for just to take a day off. You let your company know, hey, I got today off. And typically they'll allow you. At least mine does. Now, with over-the-road companies, you have to stay out for a average minimum of 2 weeks. And then what they like to do is, all right, you stay out for 2 weeks, you get 1 day home. 1 week equals 1 day, minimum 2 weeks out, though. So that means you get 2 days home after 2 weeks. And with over the road, you have this thing where if you stay out for 5, 6, 7 weeks, you get 7 days home, you got a week without a paycheck. Regional, not like that. You go home, you get home for a day or two, and then you go back out in the same week so you can still get a paycheck in. So what's the cons of regional? Well, after doing anything for so long, it will seem repetitive. Hell, even the over the road seems repetitive at times. But regional has this thing where where you do the same route and you're just going the same thing over and over. You get bored, you get tired, and then it starts to feel like a basic 9-to-5 job. It's not fun anymore. Also, you don't really have a lot of free time to dick around. You know, with regional, you're kind of rushed a little bit more sometimes. My company, I've been lucky. They'll send me out on a Friday and say, hey, I need you to drive 800 miles, 900 miles, be there by Monday. A lot, you know, easy. But then there's other times where they'll load you on Monday and expect you to be there on Wednesday, and it's about a 1,200 mile run. So you got to run. Whereas over the road, they kind of give you some leniency. But that's all right, because the more you run, the more you make. The more you turn, and the more you earn. Yeah. Now, local. All right. There's a lot of pros with local. A lot. Home every night. Eat at home, be with family, do things. You can drive a day cab, which means you don't really have to worry about a lot of traffic and fitting in tight spaces because it's a day cab. It's practically like driving a car. And then you get to pretty much enjoy your free time at home. You don't have to worry about parking. There's no stress of trying to find a parking spot no matter what time a day it is. You can just go straight to the yard, drop the trailer, drop the truck, and head home. Now, the cons, I'm going to say this with a grain of salt. Hey, now, here's why. Local jobs, it seems like every time I talk to somebody with a local job, they've always got that job that's paying over $2,000 a week. They've always got that job that's paying $1,500 a week. I have yet to find that job. I've had the local job where it's paying $1,000, maybe $1,100 a week, but $1,500 to $2,000, not so much. Over the road, yes. Regional, yes. I've done it with regional. I've done it with over the road. But with local, I have yet to do that. I have heard the gentleman I was talking to who worked for XPO Logistics. He says he makes about $2,000 a week, but he also works overtime in the warehouse as well. So he's got the warehouse work and then the driving work, and you know, there's a lot of work into it. Also, there's a lot more work into local, and you got to deal with traffic. You got to deal with being on time every time. You're just kind of rushed through things, especially if you're paid hourly. If you're paid hourly, you know, some companies will probably micromanage the shit out of you to make sure you're getting on time. You're not dicking around. You're not sitting around. Everything is so tight. Plus, here's the thing. With local, after that 10 hours is up, 9 times out of 10, that company's going to want you to leave as soon as your 10 hours is up. Also, you only get to go home for your 34-hour break. But I've had companies when I worked for Tri-State, they allowed me to go home 1 or 2 days most of the time. But a lot of the times, they would call me out from Monday to Friday, average work time. But then they'll say, oh, we need you to go out Saturday too. So really, you get done with Saturday, then you got the rest of Saturday off. And then Sunday, then you got to go back out. It doesn't really leave you a lot of time to go do things with the family, to go, you know, if you had to go to the DMV, good luck with that one. I had a struggle with that one. But local, like I said, there's a lot more perks than there are disadvantages. But if you're looking, the way I see it, if you're somebody who likes adventure and you're single and you want to see the States and you just want to be your own bachelor, I guess, over the road is for you, 100%. You know, when you take your 34-hour, try to take it near a city and take an Uber, go explore, check everything out. I know I did, and I loved every minute of it. If you're regional, that's more of a family man wanting to make some money, but also needs to be home, but also the wife doesn't really mind him being out, don't want to be around the family too much, but also wants to be home. And, like, regional's kind of like the perfect in-between, but just remember, you can still get bored with regional, running the same routes over and over again. And now, last but not least, local guys, if you guys are major in the family, you want to watch your kids grow up, you want to make it to every game, you want to enjoy little events here and there, the local is the thing for you. So I hope this video helped out anybody that is looking into doing over-the-road, regional, or local. If it did, please hit that like button. If not, well, I already know who's going to hit the dislike button. But If not, please, if you guys want to leave a comment, ask any questions, please leave it down below. And if this is your first time here, hit that subscribe button. But anyway, guys, you all be safe, keep the rubber side down. And as usual, BigTruckerB out.